One bad allergic reaction, one allergic customers, one lawsuit. It's all it takes to put your beauty brand at risk. Every major brand have faced allergen issues. The successful ones have adapted and learned from it. You're already ahead by just watching this video. Today I'm revealing the 3 ingredients responsible for the majority of allergic reaction in cosmetic products and ideas of how to formulate while minimizing the risks. Here, when talking about real data from FDA and EU regulators, there is up to 10% of consumers that can develop allergic reactions to cosmetic. Number 1, and this is huge, the fragrances. Indeed, the fragrances cause more than half of the allergic reactions due to cosmetic products. Whether you use natural essential oils or synthetic fragrances, both can cause problems for sensitive consumers. For example, tea tree oil. It's a really sexy and trending ingredient, right? It's popular because it's natural, it's antibacterial, but did you know that it can become a severe allergic ingredient if it is oxidized? And oxidation of this oil can appear if it is just seated on a shelf in conditions that are not appropriate for this oil. By the way, if you intend to sell in Europe, you cannot just put fragrances on the list of ingredients. The EU originally required to disclose the 26 allergens, and as of Regulation 23/1545, this list has expanded to 82 components. The component must be individually listed if the concentration is above the threshold 0.1% for rinse-off products and 0.001% for leave-on products. Which allergen comes in the second place of the worst allergen that can cause reaction? The preservatives, and especially the methyl-lisothiazolinone, or MI, and the methylchloroisothiazolinone, or MCI. These have caused widespread allergic reaction, and their use is heavily scrutinized in many markets. Preservatives are essential for product safety in order to keep a product pure by preventing microbial growth, but they are safe alternatives. For example, the phenoxyethanol, which is generally safe when used under 1%, the sodium benzoate, that you probably know, when combined with potassium sorbate, the caprylyl glycol systems, or if you can just go with the anhydrous products. If there is no water, you won't need a preservative. And the last one, which is kind of controversial, the parabens. Yes, I know they have a bad reputation, but they have one of the lowest rates of allergic reactions. And they are considered safe by authority regulation because there are decades of safety data regarding their use. However, consumer perception is still people are still on the fence when they see parabens in the list of ingredients. It's complicated for marketing teams. Third worst enemy in the allergens family, and here it's really, really bad. We are going to talk about the hair dyeing products. So this specific ingredient is paraphenylenediamine, or PPD, which is a key ingredient in hair dyes. PPD is known to be the cause of severe cosmetic allergic reactions, including swelling and blistering. That's bad. So if you are willing to develop a hair dye product, take safety really seriously, because this PPD ingredient is really difficult to replace without sacrificing the performance of the product. In any case, you have to protect your brand with proper testing. This is about compliance, trust for the consumers, and risk management. So the tests that you should put on your to-do list are the basic 48 patch tests. I will push further with the 96 hours extended tests, especially for leave-on products. I think it's worth the investment. And if you are really skeptic about a specific ingredient, I will also do a human repeat insult patch test. It's the gold standard for hypoallergenic claim. I have made another video that explains the difference between the two tests. I will link it at the end of this one. If I have to use suspicious ingredients, I will also maybe contract liability insurance before launching the product, because one allergic reaction lawsuit can be devastating for your brand, for your business overall. And those insurances are between usually $500 to $2,000 per year for the small brands, so I'm sure it's worth the investment. So here are some ideas for minimizing the risk when you're formulating your product. You can start maybe a product with 5 to 7 ingredients, because simplicity reduces risks, right? If you can avoid fragrance and essential oils for your first product, as I mentioned, there are different preservative systems. Find a safe one. Get certificate of analysis for each ingredient in your formulation. Of course, test thoroughly. your product before launching. And maybe depending on the type of product that you want to develop, you can consider an anhydrous product, meaning a product without any water. This way you will not have to add a preservative, so that may help. And learn from others' mistakes by maybe joining a cosmetic community of indie brands. A reputation is everything in the beauty industry, so protect yours by doing the smart decision from day one. To know more about the patch test and the human repeat install patch test, you can watch this video. And if you want to know more about the different preservative systems there are and which one will fit better your product and your brand, you can watch this one.